Hey, what's up, guys? Today I wanted to look at the first boss of Battle of Dazar'alor, the Champion of the Light. It's Frida Ironbellows, right? She drops the best, just about the best shoulders for Hunter. She has some good boots as well, so you want to, probably want to be coining this boss if if you're not really pushing into some of the later bosses. Definitely those Azurite shoulders are very good on both heroic and mythic, obviously. This on heroic here, we're looking at heroic. This is, my guild's alt run, so it's not quite going to be an overpowered mythic geared group, but it's still going to be pretty fast. So we're actually just going to ignore the ads the whole time. Normally, maybe you would kill the ads, but it really doesn't matter too much. So I'm just doing my regular opener here. I do have my rapid fire traits, the surging shots and focus fire. So hopefully you'll be seeing me do a good rotation. Like there, maybe I should have waited, but anyway, it's not a big deal. Really, there's not much to say about heroic. It's pretty damn easy. You just have to. The main thing, of course, is facing away from the ad that blinds. And remember, it's the ad that blinds you. It's not the boss or anything like that. So that's why you have the boss and the ads in two separate camps. So you definitely can, deal with them on very different zones of the fight. Make sure that they're both controlled. You don't want to stack them. I think they might buff each other or something if they're next to each other. I forget. But you definitely would start getting blinded every time if you weren't doing that. So yeah, this is heroic. I mean, heroic is pretty damn easy. The tank died there or got bubbled, I guess. So I pulled aggro. And now right here, actually, so this is pretty amazing. This is the one thing about this fight that I just wanted to showcase is that as a good range DPS, you can continue to hit the boss for the entire fight, basically. Even when the ads maybe get a little hectic and they're moving around, you just have to be aware of basically your 180-degree looking forward. So like if that ad is right over here and he's at like 178 degrees of your frontal plane of view, then he's going to blind you. So you need to make sure you're just barely, facing away from the ad, but still facing the boss, so you can do damage, obviously. So here, you can't quite see it. Maybe it'll show it here a little bit. Well, anyway, you can see here the Darkforged Crusader and Frida are really, really close to each other. They were even closer when they actually did the blind. Let's just rewind that for a second. So a lot of people got blinded here. I think, let's see if, is Core actually still doing damage? I'm not sure if Core turned. Being the man that I am, I did not turn because what I did was basically I kept that ad just barely out of my plane of view, but then kept the boss in. And so I was holding my right mouse button this whole time, and I just very slowly just kind of, made it so I was still hitting the boss. I was still casting rapid fire, but I did not get blinded. So that's really the only little thing you need to know about this fight is just, really trying to avoid getting blinded, and you can continue to do damage even without getting blinded. So let's go to Mythic now. So I'm just going to switch to Mythic. This, obviously, we have all 20 people. It's a little bit different. We will be switching to the ads. This is our farm kill, so this, again, is still going to be a pretty fast kill. Okay, there's the pull timer. We're going to go Sexy Blood Elf mode, I think, yeah. So misdirect the tank, obviously, precast, pre-pot. So, again, they're taking the ads over to the side. And we're just going to do our regular opener here. Now the warlocks and the shadow priests and stuff, they're going to start multi-dotting. So you're going to see the warlock carbon here. He's going to be way ahead just because of he's getting a lot of extra damage on the boss just from being able to multi-dot. And again, we're just doing our regular old rotation. The Wave of Light, it definitely does a good bit of damage on Mythic, so you don't want to be standing in between the alley of the boss and the the ads. Now here, when she is casting Prayer for the Fallen, that is when the adds are healing. So you need to interrupt that heal on the add. Don't interrupt the boss. It's the two like dwarf priests. So not the crusader guy, but the two priests. They will start casting a heal, and it fully heals the boss if it goes off, or at least it does like a lot of her health. It's at least 30-40% of her health. I mean, it's a wipe if you don't interrupt that. They also cast like a single target heal, but it's not as important. It's really just the prayer for the fallen, I think it's called. So judgment, righteousness there. So this is on mythic. It is a lot of damage. I mean, I think if we used healing cooldowns and we really, we're really careful about it, we could probably just focus boss. But I'm not really sure how that works. I'm not a healer. I'm not, I don't know how ballsy we could get on that. But you do want to switch off of the boss here and then go on to the adds when she casts Judgment Reckoning, the Seal of Reckoning. So this is the big thing here. He is blinding now. So, but we're focusing adds. So this is the only time that you really have to turn around. And you see me turn all the way around right there and then go right back. Of course, you could start. One thing you can do is start casting an aim shot and then turn and then finish the cast if you're fast enough. That's a little thing where you lose zero. You lose really just 0 DPS. You don't lose anything from that. And again, we're holding our true shot here. I think the other hunter used it on the adds. I'm not sure, but that's a poor decision. We're just going to use it on our there. So on careful aim. So she was at 15 stacks, and that hit me for 115,000. So I mean, double that at 30 stacks. It would be really easy to get her to 30 stacks if you were like hitting the boss. That would be 230,000, I guess. I mean, I think that's how it works. So definitely do not be hitting the boss during that. That is just a death sentence. The only way to survive that is like to have everyone in the raid stack and like drop darkness and link and all the healing cooldowns. So that would be a poor idea. Again, you can see right here, this is the Darkforged Crusader. He's blinding, so just make sure you're facing the boss, but also a little offset. Like the boss is over here, but you want to be kind of looking here just so you're not seeing the ad behind you, and you can continue to just do your rotation. We're going to just finish it off with the execute, double tap, and here it's getting a little saucy. Now the Darkforged Crusader. Now, okay, the Krush is dead, so the one warrior is dead, and ISO he tanks the boss normally because his computer likes to crash when he's tanking the ads, which is funny. So now the boss is going to run over there. Now you'll see here the boss and the ad are actually really close to each other. Yeah, so if the boss wasn't about to die, the Crusader was actually standing right on top of the boss. So that was pretty insane. And so if the boss wasn't dying right there, we would have had to probably face away from the boss for the first time in the whole fight. But yeah, that was Mythic. I mean, Mythic is really, again, it's just really straightforward. You just got to make sure you're facing away from the boss, interrupting the ad. I think, did I get an interrupt on this one? I think I did. Or I was looking for it. Yeah, I was looking for it there. Someone else got it first. And I don't think I got an interrupt. But anyway, you do want to be interrupting as well. You could set up a macro. I like to just do like a /target, what are they called? The angelic Dickles, fallen disciple, and then, /cast fucking interrupting shot. What is it called? The interrupt that we have, and then just /tar, Frida. So yeah, that raid damage. How much is it? 115k, right? Yeah, boom. Wow. Yeah, so that's just the only other thing with it. You just have to be careful about how much you're focusing the boss during the Seal of Reckoning. So anyway, that's the first boss of Battle of Dazar'alor. I mean, that's pretty easy. You should be able to pug it in Mythic. I guess not this week. I guess next week is when Mythic opens for just cross server for just pugging. So I definitely recommend, like, it has the best two-hander, the best strength two-hander in the raid, and then it has you know, some good mail boots, some good hunter shoulders. So um, definitely, you know, definitely check out that boss, and I will be going on to Grong next, and we'll see how that looks. So see you guys later.